Hi guys, my name is Matt Barrington-Packer. I run Deadlines and Detours. We tend to run long form podcasts, but we get a lot of interest about some of those small, shorter tips. So today we've got Jamie Hughes here from InnCreate Marketing. We're just going to break down some really short tips for everyone. So today is stop posting, start strategizing. Jamie, over to you.
Yep. So thanks, Matt. Everyone says just post more, just be more consistent. I see businesses doing it every day. They'll post with no clue what they're really actually trying to achieve, and it's just not a content strategy.
Totally. And I was one of those people that did that straight away. I'd start getting that sort of dopamine hit, that sort of initial rush of, okay, I need to get out there. And I was posting all different things, but it wasn't me and it wasn't my voice. And it just felt like it was completely an imposter.
So did you find the first few posts you got quite a bit of engagement, and then after that it kind of died down?
Exactly that. Literally get that initial hit of probably a couple of people that knew me. And then, that was it.
Mhm.
Why do you think that kind of is?
It's because when someone goes from posting very inconsistently, they might say that they're at an
Mm.
event, and then 2 months later they'll say that they're at another event. When you post that way, and then you go to posting consistently, posting twice a week, and it's out of the ordinary, LinkedIn will push your content for a short space of time. Those few posts are very important. If they're not great or they're not really catching people's attention, that's when LinkedIn will stop pushing it. That doesn't mean that your first few posts are the be all and end all. It just means that if you're not really giving much value, LinkedIn will notice and it will stop.
Sure. If I could go back and remove some of those, that would be fantastic. You think you need to be kind of like super insightful, really important stuff, but it just doesn't sound like you. It
Right.
sounds like, well, it sounds like AI before you even started using AI. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you first started, I think you were posting a couple of times a week, mainly posting graphics, very
Yeah.
informational based content, the type of content that most people think you need to be posting. But those kind of posts don't tend to get a lot of engagement, but you were also trying to sound a little bit too clever. Not saying that you're not
And
clever. We all know that you're clever.
well, no, 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 no. I'm happy to be the least clever person on any of these conversations that I have. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't, so you were thinking more of how can I sound like I'm giving great insights, but
Mm.
unfortunately that means for the reader that they're not able to skim through your content because, especially on social media, LinkedIn, even blogs and newsletters, people want to be able to get through the copy quite quickly. People are busy. So if they're having to read big words all the time, read long paragraphs, then and they're not able to skim through the content and get quick fire information that they need from it, then they're less likely to read it. People are scrolling, they don't want to see the corporate informational based tip giving kind of post. So you really do have to have a mix as well.
That said, I think we should give some tips. And do you have a takeaway from this sort of short video here? 2 or 3 tips that someone could implement tomorrow?
Tip one, stop trying to sound clever, write the way you speak. Even if you're using AI, make sure that you're editing it and writing it in your tone, using words that you would usually use. You don't want to sound the same as everyone else because a lot of people do just sound the same. So, tip number two, put the reader first. What what is the reader going to get from this post? It's not always about what's going to get the most engagement. If you're posting engagement posts all the time and
Right.
they're not actually thinking about their own target audience needs to hear or wants to hear, and those sort of posts might not get as many likes, but you do really need to think about what the day. Third, keep it skimmable, short, simple language, short sentences. If I'm scrolling on LinkedIn in the morning, I don't want to be like reading paragraphs of nonsense that
Mm.
ChatGPT's told them. I want to read something that's going to entertain me, give me a couple of little tips.
Mm.
They're the sort of things I want to read.
3 tips are stop trying to sound clever, put the
Mhm.
reader first, keep it short and simple. And then you follow those, then you're on the start of something good. I mean, you could just get someone like you to come and help, but if you haven't got that, start with those tips. We'll continue to put out more, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, Jamie. See you soon.